Oh, we have a strict time limit. What leads you in Rude Awakening? She's late. Of course she is. It's 12:20. Let us wait a little longer, just a little longer, and if she still doesn't come. Are you two Selphine and Ritona? We turn around to find a tall man standing behind us. Chapter 3 Discrepancies. My full attention focuses straight on his eyes. They were sharp, almost combative, and weren't the kind to just let anyone get close to him. Maybe he was born with them. Just what kind of life would one have to live to get such a sad gaze like that? And you are? My name is Rughzenhaide, CEO of the Heinz Company. No, I suppose that title means nothing to the likes of you two. Long story short, I'm Sarah's owner. Sarah? Sarah? That's Sarah, isn't it? The owner of Sarah. Is that some kind of store? That's the thing that was accompanying you the night before. Last night? You mean the girl we were with yesterday? Rune? What? Upon hearing the name, his face stiffens up. Calling itself Rune now, is it? Yes, she was. Rudo lets out an exasperated sigh. Let's just get one thing straight here. I don't know what lies that thing has told you, but what you spent the entirety of yesterday with is, without a doubt, Sarah. Could you please stop addressing Rune as she were a thing? What's wrong with referring to an object as an object? Why you? I glare at her with the intent to intimidate. Just what do you want with us? Oh, is that so? Rudo seems to have come to a conclusion of sorts, as he silently approaches me straight on. As we stand across each other, the difference in height becomes glaringly obvious. I only just barely go to his chin. I instinctively got myself into a defensive stance. And then, your eyes are absolutely exquisite. And I've accidentally clicked out the game apparently. Time stops. My body is frozen still. I break out in cold sweat all over my body. Their lush brilliance, the deep colours of your irises, such splendid eyes, as if they were radiating a faint glow of light. There was nothing more than cringeworthy cliched lines one after the other. Or it should have, had the gaze in his eyes staring straight into me had not been swirling full of hatred and anger. Ritona, I see. I heard you were travellers before you to have been outsiders. Excuse me? What do you want from us? So be it. Rudo distanced himself again from us. Just who is this man? There has to be a limit on how far you can take xenophobia. Ritona, are you okay? I'm fine. That just caught me by surprise, that's all. Back to the topic at hand. What on earth did you tell Sarah? I can't imagine what could have inspired it to take such unexplainable actions. Now, just a moment. I'm telling you the girl we were with was Rune. Are you going to keep insisting she's Sarah? Then we'd like to see some proof. Unfortunately, I don't have the time to explain everything just for you. Let's put it this way, I'm just her overseer. You're Rune's overseer? You haven't been making sense at all this entire time. This morning we found Sarah leaving my company's mines with sediment on its person. What? Mine? We're currently excavating it. Sarah must have thought we wouldn't notice it taking some class 4 sediment. Stealing from the mines, just to give it to people like you, outsiders. What is it thinking, I swear? Excavating. Well, it's just the work I do is a little special. It's a pretty unique way of making a living in this place. Don't tell me. No way. Rune is a mana mine worker? Just how slow do you have to be? Look, Rune does not exist. Okay, look. Whoever we were with yesterday, Sarah was it? Is she a labourer in a mana mine? She is, and what of it? This is an outrage. Are you insane? Working in a mana mine that with that frail, dainty body, she couldn't possibly be doing this of her own free will. Own will? There is no such thing. I give it orders and it carries them out. That's all there is to it. What do you mean? She's a slave? What? Are you treating Rune as a slave? Does this country still practice slavery? This is just too much. You say that you've been friends with Sarah. You say that you made friends with Sarah, but for it not to have told you something so important, considering your friends, you ought to be expert. Look at the word. Please answer me. Is Rune a slave under your possession? Selphine. That's a preposterous question. My time isn't worth having to educate people who've completely misconstrued this entire situation, like you, from the very beginning. And I have little to gain once you do understand. We'll be on the same page and it would help you in this current situation and make it much more smoother. So, you go out of your way to meet us but won't even tell us anything? Now, no need to look so disappointed. I came here to pay you back for your time. As he speaks to us, he takes a finely shaped sediment out from his pocket. The sediment was clear as glass, without a single impurity. Class 1 sediment. Considering how much sediment cost in the outer pole, one has to wonder how much this would cost. You two wanted some sediment, am I right? Here, I kept you waiting, so take you this. No thank you. Rather than that, I'd like to hear the full story behind all this. That's too much trouble, so I'll just skip to the end. Rune is not a slave, the two aren't even remotely comparable. To make things clear and simple, it broke the company's rule, and we have taken the best steps possible to make sure that this doesn't happen again. If you want more information beyond that, then conduct your own investigation. Now, if you'll excuse me. Wait. What? What happened to Rune? No, Sarah. And why do you have to concern yourselves with that? Because she's our friend. Selphine immediately responds in a loud voice. Her patience seems to have run dry. Rune stole some sediment, that's the issue here, right? Then I'll pay you back for it. So you don't do anything to Rune. And here I was wondering what you had to say. You do realise that this entire incident happened because you don't have the money to actually pay for sediment, right? Well, that may be the case for us right now, but want to return home? You're telling me to trust people who I've only just met. This isn't something you can solve with just your emotions. Rudo once again begins to walk away. Wait. I'm a mana crafter. Oh boy. Ritona? If you can give me any empty sediment, I can fill it with purified mana. With stones the size that you're holding, I can easily top up 10, no, even 20 of them. Well, how about that? How about that? Will we still have a problem? You're rather desperate, girl, especially for you to make such remarks in a public place like this. And here I thought you had your head on straight. I suppose I overestimated you. Well, come on. Purified mana from a human, that's an extremely valuable resource in these parts, right? I say it's quite a good deal. Good grief. How utterly naive. Look, let me share some insights with you. When it comes to crime and punishment, the system does not simply exist to fix the crime. It must be a system that can reform the behaviour and psyche of whoever committed the crime. Apologies and reparations are just a byproduct, a formality, in other words, nothing more. Isn't there anything at all that we can do? Nothing. The fact that I, the victim of this matter, haven't demanded anything from you means the matter has already been resolved. I simply came here so I could hear your side of things, but it doesn't look like there's any point in that. But more importantly, both of you had better not forget about Mana Shock. Idle around here long enough and you won't be able to leave the outer pole. Especially you, with the red eyes. Based on the glow in your eyes, I'd say you have 3 days left. Excuse me? I'm talking about Mana Shock. You're from the outside, right? Then there's no way you don't know about it. You can find out that much just by looking into someone's eyes? Who is this man? Leave. That is the best course of action for you right now. Well, if you want to end up being unable to leave the outer pole for the rest of your life, then that's a different story. Rune finally parts from us, leaving behind that final sardonic mark. What do you think, Ritona? Ritona? I don't know. Selphine continues to stare in the direction that Rune left, her face showing her refusal to accept the outcome. It's natural. Even I can't accept this. So Rune is a slave? I'm not sure. Rune's explanation was extremely vague, if he did kind of give one. Kinda didn't really. As if he was intentionally speaking in circles to obscure something. Ritona. Yes? I was worrying what my father would have done if he was in our place, but I'm struggling to find an answer. Slavery. I've only heard about it in stories. If King Valar was here. Oh, we actually get a choice. Wait. Save. Okay. I'm just gonna leave it. Yeah, okay. So we will... Oh, we won't have long to go. Let's intervene. I'm sure he would intervene one way or another, perhaps now or at a later opportunity. Yes, you're right. Rune or Sarah, was it? Her safety is certainly a concern. But more importantly, you would have found out whether or not slavery is being practiced here. Probe and investigate. That was one of King Valhall's favourite phases. While other countries often took issues straight to the battlefield, Rughzenhaide had always prioritised conducting a thorough investigation first to determine the proper course of action. On their culture, their character as a nation, their values, the maintenance of the path down, taking it all into considerations to find true justice. However, if slavery really was being practiced here, then that simply isn't an issue for differing cultural values. In this world, there are things that are absolutely evil, and I believe that it is part of Rughzenhaide's duty as a representative of the Alliance to stamp out these evils. There is no justice in allowing the exploitation of people for their selfish desires of others. Yes, violence is certainly out of the question, but we can get a little rough. In this day and age, lines between good and evil are blurred. That's why, as people who can extend a hand to others, we must take more aggressive action. Even if we can't effect any change in this instance, we must at least take action. At the very least, I'd like to confirm Rune's safety. Selphine's cloud dissatisfied expression brightened considerably, but still, I don't think I could come to a decision. Her expression once again clouds up. Mana Shock, right? Yeah. This isn't something for me to decide on my own. However, there was no need to worry about anything. I've already come to a decision on my own. Let's set a time limit. What? That man Rune told us 3 days. I feel that's cutting it too close. Let's pin it at 2 days. No matter what the outcome, we leave the outer pole the day after tomorrow. No matter what the outcome, we leave the outer wall the day after tomorrow. Until then, we do our best to help. Is that alright with you? Yeah. Well then, your orders. Ritona. Yes. Let's help Rune out.